All right, everybody, welcome. We're gonna start now. I guess there's people that are stuck in traffic. Does anyone know what there's a special event tonight?
The inauguration is tomorrow. Yeah.
Inauguration?
Yeah, the Texas governor.
Oh, so is it all today or like one of those things?
I thought it was tomorrow night, but I know that a lot of people are staying here and Congress is closed.
Yeah. So a bunch of people stuck. Okay.
Yeah, it's big cheese.
Random. Okay, cool. Well, anyways, glad you guys all made it out. This is the first event for the new year, so really excited to keep the group going. We have some cool announcements about the group and just Austin music tech in general. But before we get to that, we have two people presenting today. Very cool. So first up is Daniel. He's working on parallel.fm. He emailed me and said, I'm excited to show the group what I'm working on, so we're excited to have you.
Yeah. Thanks, guys.
Do you need to plug in or anything?
Yeah, let's focus.
Cool. If you need my help for anything, just let me know.
Yeah.
Just grab my computer over there.
I got it.
So what's up, guys?
Not much.
Chilling.
Yeah. Oh, this actually doesn't fit. You want the, It's fine, I don't need it.
Okay.
Yeah, actually.
Yeah.
Does it reach? Oh, you can slide that thing over too.
Yeah.
I'll get out of your way, so.
All right, so I'm messing with a couple screens here, so let's make sure this works. Yeah, so this is more just like a demo meant to just show you guys what I've been working on. Hopefully you guys have some great feedback and we could make it conversational so you guys can ask me questions while we go through it. But I came across a really big problem that I wanted to solve, and I think that Parallel hopefully does this. When I was looking at sports events, I was watching Michael Phelps and I got really pumped up. He was listening to music, he was about to break world records, and he actually did that. It was pretty cool to see him do that. But I wanted to know what he was listening to get him pumped up. I mean, he's obviously in the zone, and I kind of want to be like Mike sometimes. Then I saw Shaun White just defying gravity, absolutely killing it on the snowboarding slopes. And he's actually listening to music while he's doing that. I thought it would be really cool to tap into his ear and hear what he's listening to. So I identified the problem that fans kind of want to listen with a bunch of really cool athletes. I mean, it motivates you. Music really isn't like entwined with athletics, and I thought that was pretty cool. And athletes don't have a way to give that back. They can't engage with the fans over their music. So I created Parallel, where you can actually listen with people at the exact same time, and they could be listening with whatever device they want. So I'm happy to show you guys a demo really quick. Okay. So just a little FYI, I did submit this to the App Store, and I was alerted on Friday that it was rejected because one of the users had an inappropriate picture. Someone had put a topless picture, and Apple's really strict, so I have to make sure I clean that up a little bit, and then I could resubmit again. But it was almost in the App Store, let's just say that for now. So you sign in with Spotify. I'm going to integrate RDO for playback as well. And then you can see that these are real people right here. Let's see if anyone's online. Actually, let's go online myself. So just for the hell of it, let's play some Parallel Universe, because that's a pretty cool song. So let's actually quit out of this really quick. Log in again, should remember me. Then I can see right here, me. Oops. You can see that I'm listening right now to music. And if you want to listen along with me, all you have to do is go here, start listening with me at the exact same time. It'll probably quit off that and enter into this, but it works, and that's what I'm looking to demo. And does anyone have questions on how it works?
Do you have a background? And it looks really good. How do you build the actual app?
Sorry, I guess I didn't give much of a background before I started. I work at Dropbox right now, and this is a project I've been working on for a while. I'm in sales there, but I picked up coding just by myself. Wrote this all in Objective-C. It was really slow and buggy. Then I found out Apple went to Swift, so I just learned Swift really quick, put it together, and all the music pulls from Last.fm. So you can be listening to RDO, Pandora, Spotify, whatever, and I'm able to pick it up, translate it, and then reflect it back. so that all the athlete has to do is just listen like you normally would, and people can pick up on that.
So they need to be scrobbling then?
Yeah, right now. I'm going to work on building out a plugin. And so all that people
So is yours, when you showed us what you were playing, that was coming through you also linking your Last.fm account?
Yeah, exactly.
Because you're scrobbling, okay.
Yeah.
We do something, we're looking at something similar, not the same use, but same idea of, we'll take what other people.
And it's kind of a shame that Last.fm did get bought out because I feel like they stopped their API a lot.
Well, it's still pretty awesome to be able to use it. I'll ask any questions.
It's a close up for you guys if you want it.
But yeah, it sucks that they don't make any money, so I don't know.
Yeah, so it's pretty hard to make money, but what I do want to do is get this more built out, and for X Games, and I think it would be really cool to feature that here, especially because Austin is featuring X Games, and that would be really cool to listen with people. So if anyone knows anyone there, that would be awesome. I've talked to them briefly before. They're kind of interested. It's interesting working with a music company because, well, they're not necessarily music, they're sports, but they do provide, like, I think Flaming Lips were here last year, and I think Wiz Khalifa maybe, and you have to work with those licensing agreements. So it's interesting trying to work around that. So if anyone has help on that, I'd love to hear how they would deal with that. Yeah.
Have you tried Red Bull? Like those guys?
Yeah, so I did speak with Red Bull. They were pretty into it. I think the extreme sports is a really cool industry because people love listening. It's like in your face. Little kids would love to listen with their favorite athletes. That's a really good industry to listen to. And more so, they listen to music while they do things. It's kind of interesting. I'm surprised not more injuries have happened because of it, but they're crazy out there. So I think it's pretty cool.
Have you, I know it's completely different, it's a completely different application for it, but was it the silent raves or whatever where people just listen?
Exactly.
I mean, like that.
Yeah.
How do they do that? Like,
so they do that by a pre-recorded MP3. And so they'll just give it to everyone the night before and say, hey, play this at the same time. But this you could play at the exact same time.
And that would be a really cool way. Yeah.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of different opportunities, and it's really cool hearing how this could be used by other people. There could be silent raves, people could be listening just to other people. Like I'm just a person, people could listen with me. If they're at a party, just continue it elsewhere. A lot of really cool ways to use it, but I think focusing on athletes would be a really cool way to get it up started.
How would you see this being different than SoundDrop or Turntable FM, which both now I think are?
Yeah, they're both gone.
Because, well, they were in the App Store, but inside of Spotify, which I think is what they.
Yeah, so Spotify canceled their App Store inside of Spotify for a number of reasons. They're kind of pricks about getting money. They don't want you to make money at all by using their API. So for now, I'm keeping this free and just seeing how it goes. Turntable FM failed because they tried to do all the licensing themselves. They actually didn't use any APIs. So when it came down to it, they were just losing so much money all the time. I think it was a really good product as well. It's kind of like this. They didn't really get the mobile as built out because it was a little janky. But they failed because they had to pay money all the time. And SoundDrop's a really cool way as well, but I think that they didn't really capture the market I'm going after.
Yeah.
And this market's the really cool one.
How many people are using it now? How do they find you?
So I'm just pulling from a random, for general purposes, Last.fm group.
Oh, okay.
So I can make this into my own when it comes time. Once I get the inappropriate pictures off of it, I guess.
How long is the delay between what the two people are playing?
Yeah, I built an algorithm in there to make sure that's at the exact same time as them.
Oh, nice. Like within like milliseconds or?
Yeah, seconds. Seconds probably, plus or minus 3 seconds.
Cool. So how did you? So is the algorithm in Swift or is that?
Yeah, it's in Swift. It's not. I wouldn't call it. I think algorithm's a big word. It's a equation to find out the real time song. Yeah. Anything else?
What was
Cool.
the biggest challenge that you had?
Yeah, I think the biggest challenge is I have been working on this video for a while. Not coding it yourself is the wrong way to do it because now that I coded it, I did the wrong way. I started over from Objective-C and made it all in Swift. Worked with the Spotify API, which they just came out with 2 months ago. So instead of going the easy route, I went the really hard route. And even though it's taken a lot more time to develop, I think it's going to be a much better product when it's out. That's the main challenge. And I've learned design. I had a design minor and was a business major, so making this was fun and really challenging as well.
What have you done as far as licensing? You kind of touched on it, but have you?
Yeah, so Spotify takes care of all of it.
Okay.
By signing in, so that the playback comes from Spotify. So I could have everything that people listen to, but to actually listen, you have to listen to Spotify. I'm gonna make that RDO as well.
Does that also then get broadcasted on Spotify? Like if I'm a Spotify user and I'm tied in, will I see
Not yet. You should. I will probably try to get that implemented, but I don't know if you can with their current API. That would be really nice.
So you'll basically, like, your pie in the sky is that, let's say you're getting Sean White to get involved, and let's be honest, it's very unlikely he uses Last.fm, but maybe he's pretty young. So you just have them log into Last.fm, and that would, so there's gonna have to be some engagement from the athlete, obviously, to get that, to kind of close that loop. Because I'm 37, and most people that I know that are in their 20s don't even know what Last.fm is.
Exactly. That's a huge barrier to overcome, especially when athletes don't have time to install Last.fm, make sure they're using it properly. But I think that the value kind of outweighs that a little bit. It's not the hardest thing to do.
It's not that hard. If you get the right person to help them, they sign in once, and then they're scrobbling for good.
Even like a one pager of how to get started with it, especially when I get to that level. I think it's really easy to implement once it's done.
Yeah, it definitely is. And even on Spotify, it's just, you just put your username in and you're scrobbling.
Yeah. So I think that it would be a great solution to get it off of Last.fm in the future, especially because working with external APIs is always difficult, especially because they give me so many errors, like Mumford & Sons will not work on Parallel because it has an ampersand in it. Some just a bug I'm trying to fix as well. Just little things like that are always a challenge. So don't listen to Mumford & Sons, all you.
My partner has been working on that issue for 18 months.
Yeah.
He comes back every time he puts the code in, and then Beyonce fucks it up again, and then
Beyonce with
all
the
the
E,
people
I'm
from
sure.
Iceland and Norway and all the places that have the stuff on top, he's like, why do people not understand that no one can code that way? It doesn't exist.
Yeah, well maybe I'll make it for Parallel and open source it. We'll see.
Yeah, you should do the same. It's been the bane of his coding existence.
Yeah, exactly. So working through those is always a challenge, but I think I'm going to open this up more to beta testing as well if it doesn't go through the App Store this time. So you can log into or go to parallel.fm, and I have a subscribe button on the bottom. I'm not quite sure what that button is. If you go to the bottom, I'll let you know when it's out, and I'll send you a link.
Cool. Have you thought about how you're going to monetize this at all?
Yeah, well, currently I'm fortunate to have a full-time job while I'm doing this, so I think money comes second. Building a really cool product that people use is definitely my foremost thing. I think the money comes through the experience good. If you're at the X Games and you want to have just a quick list of all the athletes and what they're listening to, that's something I could take to X Games and sell it. And say you have this experience, and it's almost events driven. It could be really cool, like a DJ playing, and you don't get to be at Coachella or or I don't know, Lollapalooza, and you can just listen along with them. It could be pretty cool. Just listening live or broadcasting.
Just get some users and have Ripple buy you.
Yeah, that works as well.
Like do it really quick and just sell it for, a little bit of money, and they'll use all their athletes and just say, here's this cool app.
Exactly, and they have a ton of athletes. I've spoken with them before, but you gotta, I really wanted to wait until I built a better product to really engage them. It's kind of a waste if I was doing it before.
Okay.
And definitely looking for any connections, people who want to help or have feedback. I'd love to hear it and improve. I'm the only one working on it, so it's pretty cool to get that firsthand impact. And thank you guys for listening. Cheers. Thanks.
So we actually added a second presenter tonight, and it happened completely last minute. If anyone was here last time, we got a little bit of an intro into one of the startups that one of the guys was working on here, and he has some pretty exciting, I actually don't know what the name of the startup is.
Concert Cam.
Concert Cam. So with an update on Concert Cam, including its unofficial launch, I'm just making that up. Let's go, let's hear it.
All right. So, I'm a student at UT. I've been playing music my entire life. I play electric guitar, really into tech too. And this is kind of the culmination of all of that, we have a really cool startup program for freshmen at UT, which I'm a part of, and this is my project. How do I? I'm stuck. All right, so this is my startup. I'm calling it Concert Cam. And it really solved a problem that I had. So I'm a performer. I've been playing electric guitar ever since 6th grade, and I've been playing, I played in bars and talent shows, and my friends always took videos of me. And they were cool, like they were good shots, but the problem was they always sounded terrible. And I've seen this at ACL and other big events where you'll see like a million phones in the crowd filming the concert. But what happens with those, with that footage? Everyone just deletes it or doesn't watch it. So, they sound terrible. I noticed this and I saw an opportunity to take it, and I knew it was technologically possible. So if we can get artists to record their sets, which is pretty big, but it is doable, and if we can get people in the crowd at supported shows to upload their videos, it's possible to replace the terrible audio in these videos automatically with audio from the set, just with computers. And I've been refining this for a while now, so I'm going to give a quick live demo. Is everyone here familiar with Lorde?
Who's that?
She's a...
No, I'm just kidding.
Anyway, this is a video I took at her show from ACL. Looks like a pretty standard video. Is there audio?
There should be. Yeah, should be.
Okay. Here goes nothing. So it's just a 20-second long video. Is that cool with everyone?
Yeah.
All right.
Were you standing in mud the whole time? Were you standing in mud the whole time?
Yeah. So it sounds like a terrible iPhone video, but there's probably, hundreds of girls right there. Phone. Oh my God. There's so many. And you can see Lorde up in there doing her thing. So, while this is passable, it's not exactly something you would show off and, really, it's kind of So, it's not exactly pretty right now. What I have on my computer is a recording of her set. This is an hour and a half of good, clean audio that I pulled from the live stream, as an example. And this is 20 seconds of footage. So how do we match them up? That's the problem. I created this little script right here, which is basically the backbone of everything I've been doing. And all you have to do is feed it this, which is the live set and the video. And if we wait 36 seconds, which is the long part right now, what it does is it essentially adjusts the sample rate of each file, finds a sync point where they match up down to the millisecond, then uses some fancy FFmpeg stuff to cut out the audio from the live set, mix it back into the video, export a video, and then tell you that you have something that's watchable. And it's done. So, just for comparison, this is the original again. And this right here is the enhanced version. So I don't know if y'all can really, it's kind of low, but it's a lot clearer. And you know, this is kind of something I would watch. Yeah. And this is very basic. You can do stuff with reverb and EQing and mixing. You know, that's all done automatically.
What are the licensing?
I have no idea. But actually, the server got hacked last night. But I do have a web app currently where I have 3 audio files, which are recordings of sets from ACL, and I've been trying this out just in my dorm constantly. And the way it would look is you'd have a drop-down menu where you can pick a concert, and you can pick a video from your iPhone or wherever, upload it, and then like in a couple hours you have a really nice sounding video.
Yeah.
And there's a bunch of websites, or at least apps or websites that are trying to
Get
do
sets.
mashups of like people's videos. I don't know the names of them, but you should start looking around for those because it seems like you could be the backbone for a lot of those guys who think that they have this really great product, but the reality is I have all these videos of these concerts and I really listen to them, and you're right, they're shit. Like, I don't ever want to watch them again because I'm like, the sound was phenomenal in there, and all I hear is this muffled, tinny. But if you have something like that, if you can get those guys to do that, and then you just go find somebody who's already done the front end for you, don't worry about you building something.
Yeah.
That's a really interesting.
Yeah, and so it's cool. Being a guitarist, I'm friends with a lot of guitarists because guitarists are a dime a dozen. I'm actually running this at my first show in 2 weeks. And the way that's going to work, I have a friend who's kind of popular in Fort Worth. He's 28, 29. There's 3 other singer-songwriters there. And all they're going to have to do is go to the sound guy and tell him to make a mix CD, which is pretty easy for him to do. Then he's going to send me that file, but in the end product, he's just going to be able to upload it. So if you're a band or a concert or a venue or a festival, you can just shoot them all up there. And then the plan is to have everyone in the crowd take video and upload it. And then I'm going to send him all the enhanced videos. And if it works, then, it's something that's cool.
That'd be badass.
Yeah, something I've been dreaming about for a long time.
The other, have you considered using this for like sports events and stuff?
Yeah.
I don't know if that's, that might be a whole nother challenge, but I don't know, I've taken videos of sporting events and I had the exact same issue. You can't hear anything. It's not, but that's, yeah.
Yeah. So, this is just solving a personal problem, and I like to make things, it's kind of selfish, and if other people really enjoy using them, then hell yeah. So,
But
yeah.
Sorry. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, what's the matching algorithm like? Is it like a convolution kind of thing?
Yeah, basically a Python script. Here I can. It uses a combination of cross correlation and frequency matching to kind of verify everything. So it's a little above my head. I kind of appropriated it from some open source. Like, I didn't code the entire thing by hand, but I matched it all up and made it work. So yeah, and this is only a 20-second video, but in this folder I have, if y'all want to see, a video that's a minute and a half or, other stuff, just let me know. I can do an entire folder of Skrillex videos at once. Like, it's pretty insane. I sat there for an hour in my dorm just like watching it. So yeah, it's reliable. It works pretty damn well, which is what I was going for. You can't really expect perfect with anything creative. And I've gotten a lot of cool feedback. So that was my first. Oh, go ahead. Yeah.
Have you thought about ways of syncing multiple videos up and just having like a stream of people's videos from throughout the concert?
Yeah, that'd be really easy to do.
That's what I was getting at with like people who want to do mashups.
Oh yeah.
Because I was even thinking then you could parlay that into getting the actual musicians that's a new revenue stream for them, because they could basically make sure they're recording their concert, and then they could have people who just, if they wanted that concert, because they said, oh man, that was the most amazing concert I've ever seen, but nobody really recorded it. Suddenly you have the back end that's syncing it with all these different videos, and somebody could then have a whole recording of the show they went to, instead of having to buy the Adele show from London, which you never went to.
Yeah.
You could have the Adele show that you went to that was never actually recorded.
Yeah.
And then the artist can make money off that.
So
It's pretty interesting.
yeah, I'm glad you like it. So I was thinking about the artist side and the way this could benefit them. So one that's really cool is you get like 1,000 different perspectives of you playing your music for people, and they love it. That as an artist is probably the greatest feeling in the world. Two, are people here familiar with Knife Party? Which is kind of a crazy name, but they're a Australian dubstep group, and what they do is they have people send them their concert videos through Twitter. And what they'll do is they'll professionally record their concerts, but then mix in like these videos that people send them, so they're all synced up. And what this would allow them to do would automatically collect all the data. And as a user, like, why would you upload a video to make it sound better? There's two competitors, Vivo Gig. Anyone's heard of them?
They presented here.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, dang.
But they're just photos, right?
Yeah, I downloaded it and I thought it was a cool idea. But there's no incentive, like, why should you give them your video or your photo? And their whole thing was to share your love of music, which is cool in theory, but doesn't really pan out in real life in my mind. And then there's set.fm, where you can supposedly buy sets, which is really cool. I think that'd be awesome, but I don't see any artists that I know.
That'd be a good partner for you.
Yeah, they would.
Yeah, you could provide the
That's
videos
all
and
like
provide the.
terrible quality too.
Yeah,
I
that's-
work at a club here in town.
Oh,
We
yeah.
always get those dudes coming in front of house,
Oh,
and they're always coming in. It's always terrible feeds.
oh
'Cause
yeah.
they just get kids off the street, like that have like some knowledge of recording or something.
Mm-hmm.
So like as somebody who would buy something like that, I would never spend my money on such a low quality audio set. You know what I mean?
Right.
Is it just an app now?
Yeah, these kids come in with like their iPhones, and they have like a splitter that sends me like a stereo feed, you know, and I just send it an audio track, you know, the bus sends, and you know, but you can't get the vibe out of, you know, a club from that, you know. Maybe if they're putting up microphones, maybe if they're doing something like that to get a feel for it, but you know what I mean?
So I guess a question for you: how easy would it be for a performer in your? Is it like a DJ club or like a?
No, like a rock club.
Okay, so because the set that an artist uploads would only have to be better than what an iPhone can record in the crowd. How easy would it be to record a set?
Like, if you can buy like a cheap set of like condenser microphones or something and put them up and get, or even like those Tascam guys, you know, those 2-track Tascams, those are incredible.
Yeah, so
Those sound way better than the iPhone app.
exactly. So I guess that proves my point. If I was a touring musician, I can pay $150 for a really good recorder, put it in the crowd, and just record all of my shows and upload them as I tour around. Like, it's just another box this big and an internet connection.
And those Tascams have 2 sends, so you can get your XY condenser and you can get the send of whatever.
Yeah. So that's Concert Camp.
Cool. Sweet.
Thanks.
Okay, so for the next part, do you need a feeder?
Yeah.
I guess we have like 2 kind of cool announcements. One's about the group, and then another one for the startup that myself, Alex, and Darshan over there are working on. I'll start with our startup, which I feel like we give an update every time. So sorry if you guys are sick of hearing about Music Beats Video, but for those who don't know, we started this startup where we run music contests. It's cover contests for up and coming artists. It's basically a music promotional platform. We want to get up and coming artists as well as established artists to upload their songs and videos to get users engaged in a new and hopefully entertaining way. And the next contest that we're running is going to be specifically pointed to Austin. We communicated with a mentor that we met through a group we're in, an entrepreneurship group, and she said go hyper local as you're growing. And so we want to do a contest that's specifically pointed at just Austin's up and coming artist scene. And so what we wanted to do was turn it basically and ask for help, which is if you guys know any bands, musicians, anyone who would be interested in participating in an Austin related contest, let them know that it's a thing. In addition to that, we've always wanted to get more and more startups. I think kind of as a result of this group where there's such a good collaborative energy. So if anyone like Parallel or somebody wants to get involved in sponsoring or being involved, just putting your name on there, we really wanted to be an Austin ecosystem type event, not so much a music meets video contest. So if anyone knows anyone or would like to be interested, let myself or Alex know. You can hit us up on the Meetup group or just come talk to us after. So that's the announcement on MMV. But for the group, we have really cool news, which is that Capital Factory has asked us to partner with them to host a big blowout event during South by Southwest. And so it's going to be when the interactive portion turns into the music part. And so it's going to be a kind of a party festival to celebrate music and tech meeting here. We are going to do it in the big room across, and we're going to have 2 rows of demos. So if anyone wants to show off their demo, there's going to be people from all over the country. So this is kind of a very unique opportunity to get your startup in front of a bunch of people who wouldn't normally be, you might not ever get a chance to talk to. The plan is to have 2 rows of people demoing their startups. We're going to have live music. We're going to have food and drink and a lot of people. We're going to luckily we have Capital Factory supporting it. So we'll have their people blasting out to all their event calendars to people all over the country, because this is kind of like the hub of the one of the hubs of South by Southwest. Oh, there you go.
We'll put this up on the Meetup page so you guys can sign up.
Yeah,
or RSVP.
The announcements are just coming out now. We finalized everything with Capital Factory this last week, I believe. And so we're going to get started on the promotion side, make sure a lot of people know about it. They're going to get their full people behind it. So again, wanted to put it out to the group because you guys are obviously we're all involved in the music tech scene, whether actively or passively. So if you guys know anyone or you yourselves would like to be involved in demoing, in sponsoring, and putting your name on the banner, whatever in any way that you want to become involved, come talk to us, and let's make sure that this thing is big and successful, and then we get a good participation from the community. Yes. If anyone has questions or comments, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
Are they booths or
Yeah, there will be. If anyone has been,
There'll just be a table.
Yeah. Our vision is if anyone's been to
Startup Crawl?
No, not Startup Crawl. The developer school that they have their graduation day here.
Maker Square.
Maker Square, when they do their graduation, they have what they call demo day, and they kind of line up the room the same way with just tables of people demoing their product or service. So, any other questions on it? There's going to be more announcements about it, but wanted to put it out to this group first. I don't think there has been any big blasts about it yet, so be on the lookout for those because we'll probably get some from Capital Factory or us.
Cool.
Moving on.
Well, we wanted to have a cool kind of interactive event or thing at this moment, but all we could think about to do was a little music/tech trivia. Do y'all want to do that? Does that sound fun? Raise your hand. No one?
Sure, sounds
Yeah?
fun.
Okay. Thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah. It's the only option, so we're done if that's not what you want to do. So yeah, should we split them up into how many people do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So like
Just do the
25,
right
so
side,
like
left side.
5 groups? 5 groups of 5?
Sure.
Okay, so get in your nearest 5, group of 5 around you, and
That's all. We gotta really sit down and know the answer. So you already know the answer.
Oh no, Darcy can't play. Darcy not coming with us, so they don't.
We're not quite there.
please take this moment to grab more beer if you want. They're Sean, you good? All right, is everyone in their groups? Yeah, okay, so the prize for the winner of this contest is they get to take home all the leftover beer.
Won't be leftover beer.
Like plus or minus like 1 beer.
You have to split it 5 ways.
Just bragging rights, yeah. And you get to split it 5 ways. Okay, so if you know the answer to the question, raise your hand first, and if you get it right, you get 1 point.
So what kinds of questions are these?
So there's mostly music-based, and because tech questions, cool tech trivia questions were harder to find, which is why we did music more. Okay, y'all ready?
Yep.
In what year was Notorious B.I.G. shot and killed in a drive-by shooting?
97.
There you go, 1 point.
Alright.
We got Okay, wait. Really quick, take 1 minute to create a team name. Go.
For me.
30 seconds. You got him?
Yeah.
Okay, what do you guys?
It's Notorious B.I.G.
Okay.
I haven't changed it since it's like
What do y'all?
Chase
Narwhals.
Alright.
It's like a unicorn whale.
Oh,
Duo?
the what?
D-Lo.
D-Lo? Like
D-L-O.
like what's up? D-Lo.
Digital version of this job.
Okay.
What does that mean? What does D-Lo mean?
It's his DJ name.
Oh.
Hey, I didn't choose
J Squad.
J Squad.
Yeah.
the J Squad.
Ghetto name.
It's only lots.
Purple turtle.
There we go. Moving away from the game.
It's all our DJ names.
Okay.
Team Ramrod.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, right.
There we go, yeah. Sweet. So
One for
Team
Notorious.
Notorious has 1 point.
Notorious PSG.
Yeah. Okay. Question 2. Name 3 of the bands that were part of the British invasion in the 1960s.
In the back.
Beatles, Stones, Monkeys?
And
Correct.
Big Stones, the Kings.
That's correct.
yeah.
Bam.
It's okay.
Purple turtle?
1 for Purple Turtle. Alrighty. Okay. Tech question. How many incubators are there currently in Austin?
3?
No.
Eh.
2. D-Lo. No.
10? 5?
No. I heard it.
7?
No?
10?
Are you guessing numbers still?
45.
Yeah.
That's I don't know what
Narwhals.
Narwhals.
You did good.
One of them is the Incubator.
Oh yeah, we should have listed them.
Oh yeah, that would have been nice. You can
If
go
you
to-
want to see it, I can show you.
You can go to the intro to the Austin startup scene with Josh Bear class.
It's in the slide deck, yeah.
It's in the slide deck. Okay.
Yeah.
What was Elvis Presley's first hit in 1956?
Hound dog?
Yeah.
Please make shoes.
Jailhouse Rock.
Devil in disguise.
Stopped.
Break out your cell phones, guys.
Yeah.
Game's on.
I'm alright.
5, 4, 3, 2. All right, no one gets it. It was Heartbreak Hotel. All right, next question. In the late 1990s, a new wave of bubblegum pop artist bands became popular. Name 3 of these artists or bands.
Devo, Flock of Seagulls.
Wait,
Not the right era.
Bubblegum pop, late 1990s.
Like Britney Spears?
Oh, go ahead.
Christina Aguilera? Mandy Moore?
Yeah!
Is it Team James Squad?
Okay, next question. Check question. According to Redmont's programming rankings of 2015, what was the most popular programming language of 2014?
Java.
That's correct.
Not correct.
Not Java.
I think we're correct.
Swift.
C++.
Ruby. HTML.
JavaScript.
Yeah!
Give me a hand. He's like, yeah, oh.
Okay, sweet. All right, we're tied up. Everyone, no one has more than 1 point, so. Okay, this is a related question. According to Redmont's programming rankings, 2015, what programming language made the biggest jump in 2014?
Go.
I could say Swift.
Swift.
Yeah. Yeah, they got 2. Narwhal's in the lead. Okay. I feel like this one's relatively easy, so raise your hand fast. Who won the first American Idol contest in 2002?
Kelly Clarkson.
Narwhal's killing it. This is a bonus question. Who got second place?
Oh, Justin something. Was it a hair? Yeah, the hair from Justin to Kelly.
Yeah, yeah.
She has that CD.
I don't know what that guy's name.
It was a movie, right?
Yeah, that was the movie.
Did you see it?
I may have.
That's how anyone said.
Will I get a point if I saw it?
No, you get -1. Okay, music/tech question. What was the first year for South by Southwest?
86?
2005?
I mean, South by Southwest in general.
In general.
94.
90.
This is gonna take a while.
Yeah. Think between. Think age. Just start saying years. We shouldn't do these years ones anymore.
89?
No?
86.
Already got
7.
There we go. All right. Those years ones are good. All right, next question. What is the most viewed video on YouTube?
For music.
Everyone
Everyone said it at once.
Wow, that's so obvious. Who do we give that point to? Okay. Narwhal? Team Narwhal?
Wait, why? Everyone's at the same time.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
Just
okay,
discount.
scrap that
Yeah.
question.
Just give one set of everybody.
What is the second most popular video of all time on YouTube?
Justin Bieber, baby.
Yeah.
Wow.
There you go.
Really?
Everyone's like
Super impressive.
I know.
my wife makes fun of me every day. I like
It's like one control, right? That's
Okay, another music question. What was Jay-Z's first full-length LP title?
Oh, yeah. Okay, got
Well,
it.
does the county raise his hand first? Would someone else say that?
We're the same
Yeah, same team. Same team.
We double.
But I got it 2 points.
All right. Purple Toots. Okay. So Narwhals is up by 1, but Purple Turtle and Notorious are right close with 2.
We have 2.
Jason,
Okay.
too.
Oh, J Squad. Yeah. Okay. According to the Austin startup list, what is the #1 ranked Austin startup? Raise your hand, please, before.
Oh boy.
Number 1.
Is our place?
Oh.
Rackspace? Dell.
I can't hear.
WPM.
Nope.
Mass relevance?
Nope.
But their offices are here.
Nope.
oh no.
Mm-mm.
Do you tell me no?
Nope. Nope.
Ship it.
Nope.
Build a sign. Oh.
Too many hands. Tell me what's the next? Who put their hand up next?
Here we go.
Capital Factory?
No.
Number 1 by what?
Nope.
No.
Nope. Indeed.
Yeah.
Wait, number 1 by what? Like $1 million
It's
size?
like a job.
Number 1.
So they have this aggregate system where it's totally organized funding, and they put it all together for that.
Yeah, it's
Okay, y'all, we have 4 more questions left. So even if you don't have any points,
We have 1.
you can't celebrate.
We should like double jeopardy.
What are the names of the 3 biggest music corporations? Raise your hand.
Warner Bros, Universal, RCA. Apple.
BMG.
We would start.
No.
What was the first one?
Warner, Universal, and Sony.
Ding, ding, ding. Sony bought EMI like 2 years ago.
It's Sony BMG, no?
No,
It's Sony ATV. And
Who got? I don't know what.
wait, you got that?
J Squad.
We have a 3-way tie between Purple Turtle, J Squad, and Narwhal. Okay. Next question. What was the best-selling album of all time?
Correct.
I just looked down.
All right, 2 questions left.
Double or not?
We're gonna wait till We're gonna wait till the team Narwhals is done with themselves. Please tag us at Music Tech Austin Music Tech.
Got it.
Music Tech Austin.
One of them.
All of
Do a little Twitter search. Okay. What was the best-selling album for 2014?
I use Spotify. There's
Let's put our hand up.
Oh.
1989 touch with.
Yeah.
Lord Heroin.
Frozen.
How was it not though? The single was.
Album, but not single.
Men's Day, I didn't end up winning.
I thought I was gonna win.
I think they released it.
It might be too late for you.
It's the fastest
Any last guesses?
Beyonce.
No.
Beyonce's Shadow.
Weird Al.
Not Weird Al. No.
One Direction.
Nope.
Precision.
It's not Taylor Swift.
Not Taylor Swift. Ed Sheeran, correct.
Yep.
Ed Sheeran.
Taylor Swift released her album in like at the end of November. Or something. Like,
Yeah.
who's that?
What was that?
I don't know if this is your next question, but it was the first album of the year to go platinum too last year.
Really?
Latest that's ever happened.
That's awesome.
That makes sense.
Can I get a point for that? Come on, that certainly
Okay, last question. J Squad's in the lead. Purple Turtle can tie, and Narwhals can tie, and the rest of you guys. What language did Mark Zuckerberg develop Facebook with?
PHP.
PHP is correct.
There you go. And Narwhals is tied with J Squad at the end of it, so y'all can split all the leftover beers.
Alright, so now go mingle. That's all we got to know. Have fun.
Thanks for coming, guys.
Thanks for coming, everyone.